Does this symbol offend you? Does this symbol offend you? Does this symbol offend you? Recently in the US, there has been a lot of talk about this flag. Some find this flag extremely insulting. But why? To understand better, we must first look into the history of the flag. In 1860, Abraham Lincoln won the presidential election. Lincoln himself was incredibly anti-slavery and considered slavery as morally wrong. The southern states feared that he would enforce anti-slavery on them, which would greatly harm their economy. This led to the southern states banding together and forming the Confederate States of America. This was their flag, and they fought against the northern states during the American Civil War in an attempt to keep their slave-driven economy. Today, many African Americans understandably see this flag as a symbol of hatred and racism. But let's get a bit of perspective. Do you recognize this symbol? To many, the crucifix is a sign of hope and peace. But those who think of this forget the bloody past of the cross. People continually cease to remember that between 1095 and 1204 AD, the Christian Holy Roman Empire marched upon the Holy Land of Israel, hailing banners displaying this symbol. But how many people were killed? The estimated number of people killed during the 110-year-long war was between 1 and 3 million people. And yet, still, people perceive this cross as a sign of peace and hope. What about this flag? This flag belonged to the Mongolian Empire, and between 1200 and 1279 AD, the Mongols were taking over. They invaded parts of Russia, the whole of China, Kazakhstan and Iran, all in the space of 79 years. And how many people died in the creation of this empire? Estimates show between 30 and 70 million. This is comparable to our next symbol, the swastika, known traditionally as a symbol of peace and tranquility used by Buddhists. The symbol took a whole new meaning when it was used as the symbol of the Nazi Party in Germany, 1920. Led by Adolf Hitler, the Nazis killed 6 million Jews. Compared to the deaths during the Mongolian Conquests, this seems rather petty. However, Hitler had an ambition to take over the world, which led to a further 40 to 72 million deaths during the Second World War. Ironically, the swastika now is viewed as a symbol of racism and genocide, and not as the last whispers of the guy who tried to take over the world. So let's go back to our original example. Do you hate this flag? Do I hate this flag? No. The flag is a symbol, and a symbol is entirely arbitrary. I hate the conceptualization of the attacks on the northern states to defend racial discrimination. I do not hate the flag of the Mongolian Empire, but the greed of the people who ordered the invasion of Asia. I do not hate the crucifix, but the ideas of those who claimed the Crusades were necessary. And finally, I do not hate the swastika, but the idea that any one particular race is superior than the next. Don't attack symbols. Attack ideas.